What's going on, everybody? Josh up here with Lebanon Ford Performance. I am joined today by someone who is starting to highlight a lot of our content, Mr. Nico McClellan,
assistant to the director of performance,
the GSM of Lebanon Ford, and Hannah is in the backseat doing all of our content as usual. We are on a new camera setup today, so this camera is pretty cool. It's actually sitting right now on the center console of the Roush Nitemare that we're in. And it's a 360 camera, so you're actually able to navigate yourself by just tapping and holding and sliding around on the image. You can actually navigate the scene here, so you can go from looking at us as we're talking about what we're going to go over today, and even look forward as to our driving scenery that we're going to be heading down to Hyde Park here in Cincinnati and delivering the Roush Nitemare to quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, Mr. Andy Dalton, number 14. So. We're going to have a lot of fun. Andy's going to be demoing this Nitemare for the next few months. He's going to be helping us do some content for Lebanon Ford Performance and Lebanon Ford. And he gets to check out Roush's top-of-the-line Roush Nitemare while he does it. So it's pretty cool for both of us. We're going to be doing some cool stuff with the Bengals down at Paul Brown Stadium. Andy's going to be coming up to the store and doing a little visit here at Lebanon Ford Performance as well. So we got a lot of stuff to look forward to over the next few months as far as some cool content with Andy and the Bengals. So. Nico, what do you think about that? You excited?
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Are you a Bengals fan?
Yes, I am a Bengals fan. I have been since I was born, so going on 30 years now.
30 years.
Yes.
Man.
So, yeah, it's definitely exciting, man.
So later we'll do some drive footage with Andy and myself later on after he gets a little bit more comfortable with the vehicle. So we'll do the same setup with Andy Dalton in the driver's seat and have him experience the truck and see what he likes. So this is if you're unfamiliar with the Roush Nitemare, like I said, it's a top-of-the-line F-150 from Roush Performance. It is supercharged with a 2650 supercharger producing 650 crank horsepower. We are currently in a Lariat Crew Cab 4x4 chassis. It's lowered, obviously, with bigger wheels and tires, so it is a very aggressive truck. Has all the Roush custom graphics and grills and interior. The big claim to fame about the Roush Nitemare is that it is the quickest production truck ever made. The crew cab version does 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds.
Let's test that out, man.
I mean, as soon as we get off this light, we'll rip it up.
Yeah, this big semi in front of us. I mean, that, and it's surprisingly quiet just driving at normal speed.
It is. So it's also equipped with the Roush Active exhaust.
Yeah.
So that gives us the ability to not only switch it on the fly using the console shift here. So we were in touring as we're driving around, quiet, have a conversation in the car, then we can switch it to sport. Yep. It'll be a little bit louder.
Oh yeah.
And then you can go to off-road, and it's slightly louder, so the valve's going to fluctuate. And then the cool thing about this is that there's an OBD link that we can go into custom, and with your phone, you can literally tune the exhaust to whatever you want at at whatever RPM range you want it to be at. You can make it louder, you can make it quieter, wherever you want. But while we're cruising the highway, we'll leave it in touring. A very comfortable ride, just like you said.
Yeah.
About the interior.
Yeah, and the interior is custom, so it is a Lariat chassis, so it does obviously come with factory leather, but they take that out, and they do an OEM quality Roush Nitemare interior, so you have the red bolsters, the red trim, and you have the Nitemare logo in the seats as well. There's a little bit added touch there. So it is a serialized unit, so it does have the serialization plaques inside. This is number 96 of the 19 mile year line. This is quickly becoming one of the coolest F-150s you can get on the road, and Roush's claim to fame on the horsepower and the track times is really outstanding. So it's a pretty neat truck, and I'm really excited. We did get it. We got this one in magnetic gray, so it's a striking look. It does have the signature Roush hockey side graphics outside, and then the Roush front grille, which is really neat as well. So this is a badass truck. I'm pretty impressed with it, and it really drives just like a stock truck, in my opinion.
Now we're merging on to 71, and hopefully Josh quits driving like a grandma. So
I'm ready to roll. If these semis get out of the way, we don't get sandwiched here.
You should let Hannah drive.
Hannah can drive more aggressively than I can, actually. I don't know if you've seen Hannah behind the wheel. She's actually a pretty competent driver, and most of the guys that drive at Lebanon Ford drive slower than Hannah. Hannah's not afraid to actually drive a car.
Call back to my Renegade on the drag strip.
Oh yeah, she once took a Jeep Renegade down the strip on a track day. When was the last time you were in a supercharged truck? Supercharged vehicle engine?
It's been a while. I'm gonna say if Andy doesn't like this one,
I mean,
drives for about 1,000 miles. I'll go ahead and finish it out. I'll take one for the team.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Yeah,
go ahead and mile
no
it
problem,
out
guys. I'll mileage it out for you. So the cool thing, are you still filming? Okay. So the cool thing about this truck is that though Andy's going to be in it for a few thousand miles, at the end of that time, there's going to be two outcomes. Either Andy's going to take ownership of it, should he decide that he's just fallen in love with it and he likes it, or it's going to be available back in Lebanon Ford at a discounted price, so less than you would normally find a Roush Nitemare for, and it's going to include some bangles and memorabilia signed by Andy at the end of the time. We can get into it a little bit here.
Yep.
That made me nervous.
Feel the G-forces on that. How fast was that?
100.
100.
Yeah. Yeah, get up there pretty quick.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be delivering it to Andy's private residence. So you're just going to see some photos of the delivery today, and then we'll get some more content with Andy and the Bengal staff here in the next coming weeks, and then he'll be up at the dealership to do some in-person stuff later next month. So if you're a big Bengals fan, if you're a Roush fan, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming, so stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks, guys.